Welcome, Aries, to your February 2022 reading. Welcome to my channel. If you are a new viewer, I offer free mini readings for all new subscribers. So if you've got a question about this particular reading or something that this reading doesn't cover for you, just click that subscribe button and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Don't worry if you don't hear from me right away. I get back to everybody who is a new subscriber and asks a question. Now, I have to start out by saying happy Valentine's Day for all of you out there that like to follow Valentine's Day. And happy Chinese New Year if you follow that as well. We start out with a new zodiac sign for the Chinese New Year, but I won't get into that now. Now, Aries, I absolutely love this reading for you. It is wonderful. Now, you've got two kings here right off the bat. So to me, there's a lot of power, a lot of energy in your reading this month. It's very significant. But boy, you start out with an absolutely wonderful card. And you know what? I feel like I see this card a lot for you. And it's not a wonder. You are an Aries. You are a leader. You are so wonderful. But this Six of Wands is a magnificent card. It is a card of triumph, of pride, of accomplishments, of admiration. You are doing so well. Because this is Wands, this often talks about your career, something that you are really passionate about, a creative project that you have been working on. You can really take pride in some wonderful work that you are doing here. And not only just taking pride in yourself, but I feel like other people are going to be proud of you as well. You are really triumphant here and really getting a lot of acclaim, a lot of praise. You could even be winning awards. This is riding into town on a horse to cheers and adulation. So this is a wonderful way to start February for you. Now, you've got the Empress card here as well. Now, I'm feeling like there could be a significant Cancer in your life. You do have the King of Cups, which does represent a water sign. Cancer, this usually is Cancer, but this is a general reading. This can be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio here. But the Empress card is that card of birth. It's a card of nurturing, of abundance, of fertility. There's something growing here. Now, not only that, it's right above the Sun card. This is amazing. You could be literally growing a baby. I mean, if you can see the imagery in this card, this figure, this lady has actually, you can see right into her, and she is growing that baby inside her. So there could be the birth of a baby around you. You might be finding out that you are pregnant as well. But this could also mean a new baby coming into your family. But what this often talks about is a metaphorical baby. You might be growing something here, something wonderful, something new, something fresh, something that is going to bring you a lot of joy, a lot of happiness, that's also going to bring you a lot of abundance financially as well. But whatever it is that you are beginning or commencing or growing here, it is going to be a success. It can't not be with the Sun card right beneath it there. It is absolutely wonderful energy. This is kind of like just an Earth Mother kind of energy. So this also talks about you really connecting with nature, going out and just becoming in touch with that maternal side of you, whether you are male or female, but just getting in touch with all of those kind of nurturing instincts that you have within you. And this, I feel like you are nurturing something here to grow into a beautiful wonderful creation, whatever it is. I mean, this is a general reading, so whatever it is, you will know what this relates to when it comes to you here. But absolutely beautiful, flourishing, wonderful energy here. And a lot of caring energy in this card as well. Now, you've got the King of Cups, as I did touch on. Now, this is also a very caring energy within this. I mean, all water signs are very emotional, very caring. This is someone that has a very calming demeanor. They're very accepting, and this is a card of stability and diplomacy and steadiness. And this is someone, I mean, you know, I always say it's more about the character of the card, the character of the person that the cards talk about rather than the star sign. So this might be somebody in your life that may not be a water sign, but does have a stabilizing effect on you, and also a stabilizing effect on any plans that you have. They're, as I said, there's a steadiness about this card. I mean, if you look at the imagery, the card shows the figure of the king there, and he has the ocean within him, and the ocean is very, very deep. So on the top, you see him holding that ship steadfast and steady, and the depths of the ocean are within this person. So, but they're able to maintain that calmness. And this is often, when we see court cards that show up in a reading, this often talks about the qualities that we are also going to be adopting and showing in this particular month. So you yourself could be a very you know, you might be enduring some rough times. And I mean, whenever there is a birth of something new, it is a rough time. I don't know if any mums are out there that's had a baby. It's not that pleasant. So, you know, birth can be quite difficult. So you might be channeling a lot of these qualities, these calming qualities of the King of Cups as well, when it comes to rolling out this new venture, this new project, this new life in your world. You know, you could be taking on a lot of these. But if this is someone in your life, they are actually going to be quite balanced and helping you through any rough little patches here. Now, you've got the Judgment card, a Major Arcana card. So this is a card that talks about being called. It's almost like it's a wake-up call here. You are being called to, it's almost like a rebirth. And because this is right above the Five of Swords, I feel like this has something to do with perhaps getting some insight on a particular situation that doesn't really serve you all too well. So you might be, there is a bit of a wake-up call here. It does require some choices as well, that Judgment card. And it also talks about making amends. So if you've had any conflicts or any issues with someone from the past, and I mean, it could be this water sign, you've got that King of Swords, it could be an air sign here, a Libra, a Gemini, an Aquarian. You might be making amends here in February, but this also talks about atonement and redemption. You know, this is quite heavy, quite deep here. If you've made some choices that haven't been the best, you might be atoning for some of that stuff in February. But I do feel like this is definitely a wake-up call. It's a new beginning, new start here. And I feel like that's very linked in with that Empress card as well, the birth of something new and fresh. Excuse me. This can be to do with your relationships as well. Now, the King of Swords, as I said, is an air sign. This would normally be a Gemini, but general reading here, so any air sign. But the King of Swords is quite intellectual. They're insightful. They're a quick learner. They're wonderful if you need someone to give you any advice. They're a very good problem solver. And they usually have a high degree of integrity about them as well. And they are very good at looking at something and being able to see the best course of action for you. So you might be turning to a person like this in your life to give you some clarity on certain issues. Now, the thing with the King of Swords, they are wonderful intellectually, mentally. They have all of the qualities that a great leader, a great king has, but they are not really in touch with their emotions too well. So if this is someone that you are needing emotional support from, you would be better turning to the King of Cups. But again, the King of Swords is showing up in your reading, so I feel like you are going to be taking on a lot of these qualities. You are going to be really showing your intellectual prowess and your insightfulness and your mental adeptness. And it's right beneath the Six of Wands. So I feel like you may be really being held in high regard for a lot of these qualities that you are showing yourself in February. Now, the best card in the deck, the Sun card. I absolutely love this card. And this is really talking about success. There is no two ways about it. This is one of the main messages of this particular card. It's a card of breakthrough. It's a card of happiness and joy and energy. There's so much happiness for you here, and it's right next to the Nine of Pentacles, another amazing card. But the Sun is really, if you've been stuck in any place, if you've been feeling like things haven't been moving forward, this is a breakthrough, absolutely a breakthrough here. And this is also talking about, as I said, success in any project that you are really attempting. Now, if you've been feeling sad or depressed in any way, this card just illuminates all of that. It shines light on all of that, and it's really going to help to brighten your emotional load as well. And I feel like in this particular card, you see this figure holding up a black bird. And this black bird is kind of symbolic of any negative moods that are going to fly away. They can't stay in the light of the sun. So the sun is going to illuminate all of that kind of wonderful stuff. Now, also, just on a side note here, some of you may be having this wonderful epiphany and getting a wonderful new idea, and it can be related to this new, the birth of this new creation, whatever it is that relates to you. The Sun really does bring in new ideas, new light, and so does the King of Swords. And both of those being next to each other, there is wonderful energy here for that new, fresh spark. But, this is just a card of generosity as well. So you might be finding that this King of Swords, if this represents a person in your life, they're going to be very generous with their time, their energy, perhaps even their money, and they are going to be able to help you in any endeavor that you are commencing in February. Now, that Nine of Pentacles, this is such a luscious card, isn't it? It's beautiful. it is a card absolutely of abundance. I mean, most pentacles have to do with money, but the 9, the 10, all of the high numbers here is abundance. And abundance, this is refinement, this is financial success. You're in a place of self-reliance here. You are the one that have created this abundance in your life. This is a card of independence. It's a card of fulfillment. All of the things that you have been striving for, you will find that are really showing up in your life in February. You're able to look at what you've achieved and just be joyful, be happy. There's just so much here. And there's a sense of freedom and joy that comes in with this 9 of Pentacles. That links in very much with the Sun. So, wow, the Sun and the 9 of Pentacles, this is a wonderful month for you here, Aries. And I love this message for you. Now, the 5 of Swords. Now, this is probably this is the only tricky card you really have in your reading here. And the 5 of Swords does talk about you being in a place where you are coming, the place that you are coming from is one of self-interest here. And it kind of does talk about putting yourself first. I mean, the 5 of Swords does often talk about a situation of conflict, a situation of defeat, but you are it's right below that Judgment card. So I feel like you are going to be making some choices. There is some illumination here regarding a situation where you might be either taken advantage of, or you might be trying to take advantage or manipulate other people. This could be either way. And I feel like because of the Judgment card, you might be in a position to make a choice here regarding which way you proceed or how you proceed. And just remember, the message of the Judgment is it is a card of consequences, so to speak, of your actions. So the 5 of Swords is coming in here, but I feel like even if it's a card of winning, but it's a card of winning at all costs. And this can sometimes be heavy energy. You in a battlefield, you can win the battle, but then you look around and see the carnage that has been caused, and you often ask, is it worth the battle? So I feel like there is this choice coming up for you regarding a situation, and I do feel like this could be a personal kind of thing here, a personal situation, and I'm feeling it's from the past. And yeah, it's almost like there is hurt feelings associated with this 5 of Swords as well. And yeah, it's an emotional conflict as well. Mentally and emotionally, this is a conflict that I feel like you perhaps have gone through, and there might be some atonement for this, whether it's on the part of another person or on your part. I feel like this is very much connected with that Judgment card, where you are being called. There is a reawakening. There's a rebirth coming out of this situation more than anything. But your final card here, I hope that wasn't too cryptic. It's difficult in a general reading to be very specific. If I was in front of you doing a personal reading, it would be very different. But I feel like there is something that is kind of there in the past for a lot of you that is still very much haunting you and is here in the present, and you may be part of this whole situation, but there is a reawakening, a rebirth, and I feel like this is very much you are going to be making some choices to really let go of this situation. Now, your final Gateway Oracle card, Healing the Past. I always say this, but I absolutely just love these cards. They are so beautiful and they are so great to meditate to. But the affirmation for this card is, I step into my future with strength and clarity. And the meaning of this card is, your past and even your past lives affects your present. A powerful healing is occurring for you right now. Beneath the surface, there are forces dissolving old blockages and limitations. This has a positive effect on every aspect of your life, including your health, your relationships, and even your creativity. The universe wants you to know challenges in your present can be linked to past events. Take some time to examine your current situation to see what areas could be strengthened. Release old blockages. Even if it feels like nothing is happening, profound transformations are occurring in this very moment. This is not unlike the bamboo that grows roots under the surface for 2 to 5 years, building a foundation invisible to the naked eye. Then, in 1 year, it grows up to 90 feet. Wounds from broken relationships, people or situations that seem impossible to forgive, and old shame or guilt are all dissolving as a result. Your body, mind, and spirit are healing. Wow, okay, that makes so much sense to me, Aries. This is so linked to that Five of Swords. So you are in this transformative situation in February with that Judgment card and the Five of Swords. You are being called here to let this particular situation that is caused you a lot of pain, a lot of angst, to just dissolve away. And this is that message of the Judgment, of that reawakening, that rebirth. You are able to now release yourself from that pain that has been with you for so long. And as this card said, as that Healing the Past card said, this can even be from many lifetimes ago that has been carried on and on into this current lifetime. And if you're, wounds from broken relationships, if you are carrying this kind of stuff, you are going to actually be able to release all of that stuff. And there is going to be atonement here, whether it's you for decisions and choices and situations that you have put yourself into, or atonement from other people that have also put you in these situations. There is a healing here, there is forgiveness here, and there is mending of any painful situations. I absolutely love that, and it all made sense with that final card. See why I love those cards so much? They just kind of sum everything up, these Gateway Oracle cards. Anyway, I'll leave it there, Aries. Have a wonderful February. Don't forget, take me up on that offer of that free mini reading if you are a new viewer. Please like and share and do all of that stuff as well. I hope to see you next month, Aries. Have a great month. Bye.